Hello friends, this is the 11th video lecture of the Angular series. In this lecture, we will learn about reactive forms, nested form groups, form arrays, form builder, built-in validations, and custom validations. To learn these, we will create login form. Login API I have already created into Spring Boot application. To log in the application, we need two fields, email and password. Let's start creation of a reactive form having two fields, email and password. Reactive forms are suitable for both simple and complex form. Angular provides reactive forms module to create reactive forms. Form group used for form tag and form control name used for data binding in reactive form. Each element of form represented as form control and group of form control represented as form group. Let's start creation of reactive form. Go to your terminal, locate users folder. If you remember, in last lecture we have created cd source app users. Let's create component login nggc login component created successfully. Go to your project repository, open file app routing module.ts. Let's map the login component first. After mapping, import the login component if not imported automatically. Now open the file app component.html and add the menu for login. Copy the sign up menu, paste below this, and replace the sign up with login. Close both files. Go to your terminal. Now run the application ngserve. Compiled successfully. Go to your browser, refresh the page. Login menu added successfully. Login works. Now first step is we need to import reactive forms module in app module.ts. We are going to import reactive forms module in app module.ts because that will be available into entire application. Open file app module.ts and import reactive forms module. Here reactive forms module imported here and automatically imported here as well. If not imported, you need to add here. Close this file, open the component login, locate users folder, then login, and open file login component.ts and login component.html. Now we need to import form control and form group. Form control we will use to define the field and form group we will use to define the group of form control, and form group used for form tag in template file, and form control name used for data binding in template file. First we need to import these two, form control and form group, and thereafter we will add tag name for the form and data binding as well after creation of the fields. Let's open the login component.ts and import form control and form group. From Angular Forms. Form group and form control. Now create a form tag of the type form group. You can provide any name. Here I am giving login form. Provide the type form group. Now we need to add form control. This means we will add form fields. This dot login form equals to new form group and add form fields. In our case there are two fields, email and password. Email, new form control, provide the default value null here, then password, new form control, provide default value, here I am giving null as well. So we have added email and password field into login form. Now open the template file, delete default code, form, add the form tag here, form group equals to, add this tag here. Now add both elements, that is email and password, and submit button as well. Now here use default of bootstrap, that is class form group label email or equals to email, input type email, name equals to email, placeholder email, and we need to add form control name for data binding. Form control name equals to, provide the same field name whatever you have given into form here, email, type email, and also provide the class form control, that is bootstrap class. Copy this and paste for password, replace the email by password. Same field name whatever you have given into component here. Let's add the submit button as well. Provide the type button, provide the class. Here I am going to add primary, btn primary. Save the template file, execute the application. It's already compiled successfully. Getting some error. Template component, login component, form group equals to login form. Looking some spelling mistake here. OUP. Go to your terminal, compiled successfully. Open your browser, refresh the page. Form looking very wide. Let's add the CSS class. If you remember, in the last lecture, during designing of template driven form, we have added similar CSS. Just provide the class here first. Class login f. Provide the width. Suppose here I am taking 50% and margin auto. Save the CSS file and close it. Now it's looking fine. So now we have designed the reactive forms and we have also added binding and form type. Now let's map the submit button. Copy this method. Console.log to fetch the value of form, use this dot login form dot value. Now save the changes and go to your terminal, compile successfully, refresh the page, inspect, clear the console, just submit it. If you look here, we are getting email and password null. Just provide something, Rahul Kumar @gmail, giving password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Clear the console and submit again. We are getting Rahul Kumar @gmail and password we are getting 1 2 3 4 5 6. This means our form working fine. Now next step is form builder. Basically form builder simplifies the syntax of form group, form control and form array. Let's replace the form group, form control and form group with the help of form builder. This will simplify the syntax. Form builder is a service in Angular. This means we need to inject first form builder or thereafter we can use. And how we will replace that? We need to replace form group like this dot form builder dot group. Form control we will replace like this dot form builder dot control, and this is also optional. And form array we will replace like this dot form builder dot array. We have not used form array. Let's replace these two things after injecting form builder service. Let's inject first form builder service, thereafter looks how we can replace form builder, basically form control and form group, by form builder. Go to your login component.js. First import the form builder. Imported. First step is inject the form builder. private form builder of type form builder. Now we need to replace form group like this dot form builder dot group. This will not require any changes into template form, just we will make changes into component file only. This dot form builder dot group, and here also this dot form builder dot control. This dot form builder dot control. Save changes. Go to your terminal, compile successfully, refresh the page, just click on the submit once. Both are null, email and password. Provide some value. Rahul Kumar @gmail, taking password 123456. Clear the console, submit again. We are getting both values. Fine. Now if here if you look, I told form control is basically control is optional. This means we can remove this line. We can directly put the value only null here. This will work also fine. Now we have at least understanding why we replaced form control and form group by form builder, right? This makes syntax easy. Now default values for email and password is null here. Save the changes again, compile successfully, refresh the page, provide some value 1 2 3 4 5 6, submit again, and we are getting the value fine. Correct, it's working fine. Next step is validation, built-in validation. In reactive forms, validations written into component itself, that is validators dot required, validator dot pattern, validators dot mean length, and similarly we can add validators dot max length, mean, max, etc. Let's add the first validation rule into template file, basically component find. Thereafter we will add built-in validation message into component file, basically a template file. First let's add the validation rule into component file. Open your component file. To write validation rule, use array, and first parameters is default value of the field. Let's add the first null here in both case. First parameter is default value of the field. For email and password I have given null. The second parameter is validation rule, that for that we need to add another array, and we will add all the validation into this array. In our case, for login, email and password both are required. Let's add the validators that required here. If you look here, validators that required need for pattern, validators that pattern. You can use pattern also in case of email, and mean length, max length here not required because this is the rule during the sign up we can add. Correct. Let's add the required field, validators dot required, for password as well, validators dot required. Now we need to add custom message in the template file for the required, and bootstrap class is valid and is invalid we will add into the template file as well, similar to the template driven forms. If you remember, we have already learned how we can add pristine, dirty, form submitted and valid invalid feature into the template file. Let's add first, and thereafter we will add custom validation message for the required field. Let's move to the template file. Here first add the ng class equals to is invalid. To get the value of this field, use form tag, that is login form dot get and form control name this email. Login form dot get email dot invalid. This is somewhere similar to reactive forms, template driven form. We have already learned how we can add is invalid and is valid feature. Let's add login form dot get email invalid, and we will show invalid whenever email field is invalid, and login form dot get email dot touched or login form dot get email dot dirty or form submitted. Let's add the submitted into component first. Create a variable submitted of type boolean and assign the default value false, and whenever someone submit the form we will change the value submitted equals to true. Now copy this, paste here and change two things here, is valid here and here also valid. Save the changes, go to your terminal, compile successfully. Let's refresh the page to check the, if you look here I have focused into the email field and it's showing field is invalid. Let's write something showing valid and remove the field, it's again showing invalid. This means our ng class working fine. Now copy this code and paste for the password as well. just we need to change email by password. Copy this password and paste everywhere wherever the email. We have changed everywhere. Now save the changes. Go to your terminal again. Now go to your browser, refresh the page. We are getting some error. ng class is not a valid attribute name. Looking some, just mark here as array. Yeah, now it's working fine. Now just we have added 3 condition, if you remember. Touched means focus, dirty and submitted. Let's check all one by one. First, just refresh the page and focus in both fields. Working fine, working fine. Write something and remove this. Here write something 1 2 3 4 5 6 and remove again. Now it's working fine. Just refresh again and submit the form. Both we are getting invalid. This means RNG class working for fine for both fields. Now next step is addition of custom message why error into the field. Correct. This means we will add field cannot be blank message for both the field. Let's add. Add the span tag. Field can't be blank. Provide a class text danger here. Now restrict ng if copy this line and paste here. Paste here. This span tag will be active whenever field is invalid due to either touched or dirty or submitted, and login form dot get email dot errors due to required. Whenever error is due to required, then this span text value will be active. Save the changes. Go to your terminal. Check is it working fine or not. Just submit the form. It's working fine. Let's copy this span tag and paste into password field as well, and replace the email by password. Save the changes. Go to your terminal. Compiled successfully. Go to your browser, refresh the page, and now submit the form. Field cannot be blank. This means our custom message working fine as well. Next step is custom validation. Custom validations means, if you remember, in the template driven form we have already added, but there is something difference in reactive and template. To add custom validation in reactive forms, we need to create a method of type validator fn. Basically, validator fn is a predefined interface in Angular. And if you remember, in template driven form we created directive for custom validation, but in reactive form it is recommended to create service and add method, your validator method, into that service. Let's create a service and just take an example. What suppose during sign up we have added a feature, password field value cannot be password. This means password cannot be equal to password. Let's look how we can validate this into reactive form. Let's create a service, and thereafter we need to define a method for the custom validation, and that method will be of the type validator fn. Correct? Let's create a service. Locate users folder, create a folder services, cd services, create a service. Here I am going to create ng service, provide any name. Here I am taking custom validators. This created. Go to your code repo, open the service file and create a method of the type validator fn. I'm going to create method public password validate. Here I am taking value verification text, provide any variable name and provide the type. Here I am going to take as a string, and then the type will be validator fn. Here then we need to add similar return type whatever we did into the template driven form into directive section. Add return control, abstract control. Abstract control is a base class for form modules. The return type will be validation errors are null. Now if in verification text we will take input value password and control will take the current host element. If control dot value is valid, In case there is no value in host element, then this validator will be cancelled. Return null. Null means no error. If value is valid in host element, then if control dot value equals to verification text, this means password value is password. Then we will return error. Return, first we need to take any key, we can take any here, password error, then inside the password error we need to add valid false. Return error type, let's add the error type else sorry, it's looking some error. We need to add object, there will be object, and inside the object we need to add any custom key we can add here. Suppose here I am giving error type, and thereafter inside this key we need to add key valid false. This is fine now. And if control value is not equal to password, then we need to return null. This means no error. Now we have added successfully custom validator method. Now we need to inject this service into our component file. It's looking fine. Now inject the service into component. Here first import the service, import services, custom validator service. Now inject the service into constructor. Here private provide the type custom validator service. To invoke validator method, we are going to invoke in case of password. This dot custom validator dot password validator, and we will pass a string password here. Here password is a value, string value. Password means just our assumption is during the sign up we have added feature like password never will be password, that we are going to validate here. Let's move into the validator service and just check once. We are getting this value password into verification text, and in control we are getting whatever the value entered into the password field. Correct. Now we need to add one span tag similar to this, and change the message password can't be password, and we need to just change here the type. If you remember, during the template driven form we have already used this feature. We need to add this key error type here. Now save the changes and execute the application. Compiled successfully. Refresh the page. Just submit the form. We are getting field cannot be blank. Let's add the, here I am going to provide value password. If you look here, to check the what value I have given, I am going to submit the form. If you look here, I have given password values password, and we are getting here password cannot be password. This means our custom validation also working fine. This way we can add custom validation into reactive forms as well. Next is nested form groups and form arrays. Basically, nested form groups used to group the form control element. In our form this is not required, that's why I am not going into detail of these two, nested form groups and form arrays, but I will give you little bit idea of these two. Suppose in our requirement is to group the first name and last name field into one group, then in that case we can group first name and last name with the help of group, and that called nested group. Just I am going to provide you little bit understanding here how we can do this. Go to your component file, and here our requirement is to group the first name and last name. So first we need to provide a key. Suppose that for grouping I am providing the person name, and then new this dot form builder dot group, and here we need to add first name null, last name null here. This way we can group two fields or more than two fields into a group. And after adding the fields into the component, we need to also make some changes into the template file as well. Let's copy this. Just I am giving overview how you can do this. Just you need to paste here, and I am not going to change all those things. Just you have to rename email by first name, and here you need to provide form group equals to here whatever you have given here, like the person name. This is the way of grouping form control fields. Let's add for the last name as well. Here form group is first name, and here email you need to replace email value by the last name, and in this case email value by the first name. This is the syntax of grouping fields into a group. I am going to remove these two as this is not required in our login form. So this way you can group the form fields. Let's remove this also. Next is form arrays. Basically form arrays is used whenever we need to add multiple things like the skills. A developer can have multiple skills, so in that case we can use form array to push and pop the value into array. And other example is like addition of multiple address. In that case also we can use form arrays. The syntax for form array is, the key is suppose skill and here new form array. Suppose you are going to do with the help of form builder, then you can do like this dot form builder dot array, and there will be two methods in this case. One that we will use to push the element into array, another that we will use to pop the element into array. Means whenever suppose you are going to add a skill, then in that case we will call the push method, and whenever you are going to remove any skill, then in that case we will call the pop method. So this way you can use form builder as well, but these two are not required into our login form. That's why I am not going to detail into these two. Now we have successfully created login form with the help of reactive forms. Into upcoming videos we will integrate login API and sign up API both. Let's move into the next lecture.